Hi, welcome to this micro demo. In this demo, let us see how AppViewX can integrate with the standard source control management tools such as GitHub, GitLab, BitBucket, or Azure DevOps, or anything that is available in the enterprise, and then orchestrate and provision application services. In this use case, let us see how should you have your standard FI configurations file available on Git as the single source of truth. AppViewX can integrate with the source control management tools, pull the required files, and then provision the critical services on FIs. This is a sample automation flow that pulls the FI declaration. It could be a JSON based configuration or a YAML based declaration that you may have with version controls on your source control management tools. So this automation flow will essentially allow you to pull the required declaration or the configuration files from your Git repository, and then it'll automatically create the required configurations to provision FI services, and then it'll automatically execute. So for the sake of this demonstration, I have a sample FI declaration that provisions a FI virtual server. It can create a pool member, monitor, and profile, and all the related services on FI LTM. So should you have this declaration, make the required changes. The changes can be made either on your source control tools, or you could pull this file into AppViewX and then make the necessary modifications. Let us provide a few inputs to provision the required application services and ensure you commit your changes on your Git repo. Once you have this, go to the automation catalog where you can trigger an automation flow to integrate with your source control tools and then pull the required declaration. It could be an YAML or a JSON file, and then the provisioning will be enabled through AppViewX. Click on the workflow. Provide the required Git URL that you need to connect to, and provide the required private tokens, the branch, the file path, and the project IDs. In this case, the file path here is FI declaration, provided the required inputs here. And once you submit, what AppViewX would do is it will connect to the configured Git repository and pull the declaration. And thereafter, you could automate the whole process, or additionally, you could review your configurations before it's provisioned onto the FI. Click on submit, and you will notice how AppViewX is able to pull the declaration from your FIs and then generate the required configurations and then automate the whole provisioning services on FI. Should you also wish to integrate this whole process with a change automation tool such as ServiceNow or Jira or Remedy, the NetOps engineers can review the final configurations, provide the required change IDs, and then ensure that the actual configurations without any errors are pushed to the FI device. As part of this process, AppViewX will also ensure it performs the required pre-validation and the post-validation checks to ensure that there are no duplication or errors as part of the whole provisioning process. This whole process requires very little manual effort, and it also demonstrates the whole API-based orchestration approach using AppViewX's automation platform. As you can see, based on the declaration on your single source of truth or your source control management vendors such as GitHub, GitLab, BitBucket, or any other vendor, AppViewX is able to pull the required configurations and then automatically provision the required services on FIs. Check for the logs should you want to look at the whole journey that entailed in provisioning the required services on F5. Thank you.